The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right. Let's do some sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we'll hand out a nice little prize pack. Correct, Beef?
That is correct, Danny. One lucky Guggen at the end of the 10-minute drill going to take home $25 to use for takeout.
Yep.
From our friends over at Woody's Barbecue.
Oh, there you go.
Enjoy that. Fill your belly.
There
Yummy.
you go. I was looking yesterday. They had the calendar up on one of the shows, ESPN or something, and they were going through the what's staying and what's going, type things. Certain events that will be here, and that most of them, obviously. But are they doing WrestleMania but without a crowd? Is that the plan?
That's the last I heard. I believe that's still the plan.
I think they moved it to like their training center.
Is that what it is?
It was supposed to be,
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
like at the Ray J, and I think they moved it.
And Roman Reigns will not perform on the big card. I guess that's a big deal. So he is a leukemia survivor, and so he is potentially, the immune compromised type guy. So obviously he doesn't want to be around, but looks like he will not be involved in that. I'm surprised they're doing it anyway, but I guess what is it? It's a excuse my ignorance, but it's a pay-per-view event, right?
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
And there won't be an audience, but like Jeff said, he watched, what was it, AEW that did wrestling
No,
without an audience?
I watched the Monday Night Raw a
Was it
couple
Raw?
weeks
It
ago
was
just
just-
because I was curious. And
bizarre.
it was weird.
Yeah. So, and they've been doing it. I know the Tony Khan had his AEW group here at the empty amphitheater
Daly's place.
one night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what they're doing. But anyway, so that's
I finally have hit my wall, Dan. I've tried to soldier through and convince myself that I can survive without the sports. It's not what I want to do, but I'm officially sick of Netflix and Prime and HBO and TV and network. I'm tired of it all. I don't want to watch any more of The Office or Joe Exotic or the Live PD or Ozark does come out today, Beef. Maybe I'll
Hell
make one
yes, it does.
exception. But I'm
Season
ready,
3, baby.
I'm ready to watch the Oklahoma City Thunder take on, the Clippers tonight. And I'm ready for the Braves and Diamondbacks to have a nice little 5:40 game for me. And then I want to settle in and watch Florida State meet in a surprise Sweet 16 matchup tonight after the committee put them in the same region.
Oh.
But I'm not going to have any of that.
No, we're not. And
I tell you what I am going to do today.
Yeah.
I'm either going to fish or golf. I'm not sitting in this house another day. So there's that.
Okay.
You want to come golf with me?
Are
you scared to golf?
No, I'm not scared to golf.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not golfing though. Actually, it turned down a golf invitation today because I have to actually work. So
Oh no.
the early, so it'd be a little tough to make it time wise. But I appreciate that. I get that. And again, golf courses are being careful. I know that. I know you're not sitting side by side, and it's one person per cart, and
Right. And they've taken everything that you share out of play.
Correct.
So, I mean, I tell you, the person that's getting on my nerves right now, and I know these are tough times, so it's probably, I don't want to, turn it into a rant against personality all day long, but these people who, it's not enough to follow the guidelines. You have to follow their guidelines. Annoy the hell out of me, Hick. The ones where I'm on this Nextdoor app, not because I'm on it, but because when I found a dog, I wanted to get rid of it. And some lady innocently said, boy, with the parking lots closed, does anyone know where I can park at the beach? And then she had to be harassed by 50 people who apparently are doctors and scientists and moralists who told her what a selfish person she was. And it's so annoying. I mean, I don't see, these same people will go to Walmart and buy 48 rolls of toilet paper. I'm pretty sure you can get exposed there more easily than sitting by yourself on a beach somewhere.
Wow, these are certainly trying times, and people are getting, I mean, everybody has their own personal deals to deal with, and our personal deal right now is, and has been on day 16, is how much I miss the sports. I miss them terribly.
Yeah.
I went and watched Ted Williams last night. It was okay. It wasn't very long, and there was some good video. I think I knew.
What about, did they put any soccer with a head video or no?
No, they interviewed his daughter. I kind of dozed off.
Is he still cryogenically frozen? Is his head still in that facility?
I sort of fell asleep at the end, but he was. I learned a few. Listen, there's great stories about Ted Williams. For example, I know, and this one of the legendary stories about Ted Williams, who generally is considered to be the game's greatest hitter.
I'd say so.
And missed 5 years of primetime ball because of time in the service. But what I didn't know is that he really wasn't keen on going into the service. But like at World War II, he was not going to go into the service, but he caught so much hell that he ended up saying, well, let me finish this year and then I'll go in, and he did. And then the Korean War, which did seem like after serving in World War II, like he had fulfilled his obligations, but they asked him to come back. And the guy did fly fighter missions, but again, did not really want to go into the Korean War, but he flew like 39 missions, so a tip of the cap to Teddy Ballgame, the splendid Splinter. Also, one of the legendary stories about Ted Williams, Jeff, is that the guy was hitting 399 going into the final game of the season. It was a doubleheader, and they thought, well, maybe I'll just take one at bat, get a hit, and sit down or whatever. He went 6 for 8 and finished at 406. So that was pretty cool. He would never tip his cap. There was a reason why. He was a cantankerous guy. That's the best way to describe him. He was a cantankerous dude and never really got along well with the media. But you could see why. They ripped him for a lot of things. And also, I believe he only played in one World Series.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, we know how long the Red Sox win without winning one.
And how about this? This is kind of interesting. So the Red Sox had won the pennant and were waiting to see who they would play in the 1946 World Series, okay? And I guess their season was over, so they played like three games against some All-Stars to stay sharp. Mm-hmm. Well, during that series against the exhibition games, he gets hit on the elbow. And he never used it in his excuse, but he promptly hit about 200 in the World Series.
God, who does an exhibition between the season and the series? Things have changed a little bit, haven't they?
Changed. Those are always interesting. Those are the kind of stories that always fascinate me when we look back at the history of any sport, and this being Major League Baseball, which we bring it up because yesterday would have been opening day, and we talked about that. And
the Braves blew a 2-run lead in the 8th. The bullpen is supposed to be rebuilt. They wasted a great day from Soroka, and they lost 4-3.
Well, we, I think, did the same. I think Sugar, they played it out on SNY, and I think Sugar gave up a home run in the 9th, and we lost to the Nats. But
that's too bad.
That goes against the grain because, as you know, the Metropolitans, the greatest, the very best.
Opening day.
Number 1, 38 dubs, 20 L's on opening day, which is hard to do for a franchise that
God, I saw an opening day a few years ago. I think you were at that game.
I was at that game, yeah. Lucas Duda with a bases-clearing double.
Good for you.
Thor
That's
pitched
awesome.
a splendid opening day.
Son of a Thor. I wish that guy would get Tommy John. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, he did.
But
anyway,
I have a question for – oh, yeah,
I was also looking at past opening days, like great moments. Like
Tuffy Rhodes.
Well, Tuffy. Babe Ruth hit a home run in the opening of Yankee Stadium. I thought that was pretty cool. In 1923, when the original Yankee Stadium opened, Babe christened it, the house that Ruth built.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So
good job, Butters.
Yeah, so
stay relevant.
Some good things happen. What were you going to say?
I'm going to play a little game with you.
I'm ready. I love games.
Yeah, you've gotten me. You've agitated me. I'm going to try and work us back into a fight, but this is going to be a quick game so we don't bog down, re-emphasizing the same.
Oh, by the way, I got a text. My mother was at Fenway Park for Ted Williams' last game prior to World War II. In his final game, by the way, Ted Williams in his final at bat hit a home run, which was also very cool.
That is very cool. Mm-hmm. What is it? Was it Jeter that hit a home run on his 3,000th hit, or he broke when he broke the Yankee record? Jeter. What was his home run?
Jeter hit a home run for his 3,000 hit against the Rays, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what it was.
In my mind, that's what I'm.
Boggs
I believe
did that too.
Who?
Yeah,
Boggs.
Wade Boggs did that for Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah.
He was with the Rays when he did that. All right, I want to play a little Who Would You Rather, okay? Let's play Who Would You Rather, okay? Would you rather have Jacob Eason or Jake Fromm?
Eason.
Eason. Would you rather have Jacob Eason or Jalen Hurts?
I like Hurts.
Okay. Would you rather have Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts?
I don't know anything about Jordan Love. I would rather have. I guess I'd rather have. I'd roll the dice with Love because he's higher rated.
Would you rather have Eason or Love?
Love.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Well, only because of what I'm hearing. I don't know. I have no idea. I've never seen Jordan Love take a snap, bro. I've seen a couple highlights. I never saw him live. and he did not have a great year last year. But they all talk about him, so I'm curious to see what he's got. But he's going to be a first-round pick. That I think we can all agree on. Is that correct? Yeah. Those other guys ain't first-round picks, are they?
No, I would rather have all three of those guys than Jordan Love.
Oh, you would?
Yeah. I'd definitely rather have Gardner Minshew than Jordan
You'd rather
Love.
have Jacob Fromm than Jordan Love?
I sure would.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And, for all the talk, by the way, about these – these young, smaller school, and they're making it anyway. And we were really saddled up Carson Wentz. I understand that, but it's not exactly like, this has been foolproof. You're right. These they're coming in from the smaller schools, and whoa, they're awesome. Well, no, they're not.
No, you had a snobbery about them until finally some of them
this
came
Jordan
through.
Love snobbery is not about what school he went to or how good he's going to be. It's about the Jaguars in their position right now through all their evolutions of taking a quarterback in round one. I don't care who it is, other than if you're going to make a big move and change your quarterback position. That's one thing. And if you get Burrow or Tua and package, you're changing your quarterback position. If you draft Jordan Love 20, you're wasting an opportunity to get a player who can help you and help Gardner Minshew get better. But I would take I am snobbish, though, when it comes to younger when it comes to guys that played against lesser talent. And you know what? In Hicken fairness, and I know Carson Wentz has been successful and may have even been in line to win an MVP, and Josh Allen is okay. They've won some with him. I don't know yet if you would say he's worth that top 10 pick. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, when you look around the league, these guys are coming from the BCS schools, aren't they?
Yeah, generally speaking.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like almost like 99% of the really good quarterbacks are from Purdue and Michigan and Alabama and any big school. And Carson Wentz is really the only one who has cracked through to the point to say that he is in that borderline elite category who's not from one of those schools, unless I'm, outthinking myself, unless I'm forgetting someone. So,
well, I mean, our guy did it only 1 year at Washington State and was otherwise bouncing around like a ping pong ball.
Yeah, but he's a sixth rounder. You're not giving up first round. You're not passing on a first round talent for him.
I don't know what the coronavirus did to free agency, but Adam Schnipner is now reporting that Michael Brockers will not sign with the Ravens.
He couldn't get – I tell you what happened there. He couldn't get it physical.
Well, yeah, it's
then why'd you sign him to begin with?
Well, I don't know. It's just odd. I mean, Darqueze Dennard here yesterday. Now Brockers, I know there was some question on his ankle or whatever, but it says Ravens say they will not sign Michael Brockers after being unable to come to an agreement on terms of a contract. Well, I thought the contract was agreed to.
I believe they got Brockers before they got Calais, and maybe it's a little bit of overkill. Don't feel like they need him as much now.
I don't know. I thought was Brockers.
Brockers was. I'm pretty sure it was before Calais.
Did they trade for Brockers?
No, it was a free agent sign. I thought.
Yeah. All right. Well, regardless, I'm wondering if because in normal free agency, dude comes in, dude signs contract right then and there.
Yeah.
And is this...
I think so. It's very rarely that now, and sometimes though they will sign and then they'll fail a physical and the deal will be off. But the Dennard thing, I can tell you exactly what happened. My man Darqueze Dennard is sitting at home, playing Xbox or whatever it is you do to pass the time, and then it crosses the scroll that the Jaguars have signed Tyler Eifert. He goes, "Oh, that's cool. I'll have a teammate." And then he sees the contract terms. And he says, "Oh, hell no, I'm not going there." They paid him how much? I think that's what happened.
I don't think that's what happened.
No, is that not true?
Maybe
JP can straighten that out a little bit, or no?
Maybe he can. I think there's 6 million reasons why you just go take your deal, and if it doesn't work out, you're a free agent again next year. I mean, it's a 3-year deal, but I mean, again, if it's $6 million in your pocket, man. Is Darqueze Dennard going to go get $6 million from somebody else?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
$6 million, man.
I wasn't excited when they signed Darqueze Dennard, so I'm not going to be disappointed when the deal falls
I'm not
through.
disappointed in the least. My question is, I'm trying to get in the mind of the professional athlete a little bit here because it's not computing in my head. I don't know. These guys keep turning down these deals where they're getting a lot of money, and I don't think they're going to get more money by turning them down. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
No,
sure doesn't make sense to me.
Well, we'll have to see with one of our own guys, Unique Ngakoue.
That's what I always go back to. I don't understand. Last year, I don't understand this year, and here's Jadeveon Clowney who can't get $20 million. I don't understand Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, excuse me, you're a good quarterback. I got news for you, and we'll do this later in the show. The Dallas Cowboys, not near as good right now as they were a year ago. How'd they do last year, Jeff? Where'd they go?
They went home at the end of the season.
Okay, well, the guy who had the most sacks on the team is gone. Mm-hmm. The guy who snapped the ball to Dak is gone. As the guy who played their best corner is gone.
Yeah, that's the league, right?
Okay,
who
so
can manage their turnover?
You telling me that they're going to be better, and yet here's Dak Prescott quibbling over $34 or $35 million a year?
Yeah.
What in the hell?
I'm surprised.
I don't get it.
I don't know if fans have just become immune to the numbers, but fans used to complain more about players.
$35 million a year, bro, or 33. I don't care. Sign me up. Okay, thanks, Jer. This will be fine.
Fans don't seem to complain as much about that as when they were complaining about a guy getting $8 million.
That's great. Wonderful. It's guaranteed. Okay, good. I'm in. I don't understand the Dallas Cowboys thinking whatsoever. Anyway, we'll talk about that. We got to take a break. We're up against it. Let's do caller number 2, Pross 641-1010.
Yeah.
And we'll keep rolling on here. We got Juan Pablo to talk Jags at 8 o'clock. We'll update you on the first round of the poll. It's a good matchup right now. 8-9 open the cage against the Hicken Baselli staple fight. You can go at Dan Hicken if you want to vote on that right now.
All right, it's a JB Coxwell Friday here on The Drill. As Hick said, we'll update you on the drill bit bracket when we return on the other side as we motor through some more of these first-round matchups. Also, the 70s were a magical time.
Oh,
just from the standpoint, and I'm gonna tap into some of that magic with a Shazam spotlight when we return on the other side. But more details on that and other rolling along on a JB Coxwell Friday here on The Drill.